When I say click and go, just about everybody in the industry knows that I'm talking about a plow system for an ATV or a side-by-side. But did you know that there are 3 different versions of the click and go plow system? And today I'm showing you the latest and most cost-effective, the ClickNGo LT. But now don't you for a second assume that this is any lesser of a system or that because price is better, there's less in the features department. Nope, the LT is just a better system for your ATV or lightweight UTV and has simplified features to make your job of plowing snow this winter easier, and not to mention the task of hooking up and disconnecting and storing the plow a whole lot easier as well. Now at the heart of the LT is the push frame, and you're going to notice there is no pivot in this push frame, but there is a bend in the main spars, and that's going to give us some serious plow lift height. I'm installing the LT on a brand new 2024 Polaris Sportsman 570 Touring, and the install plate as well as the install itself couldn't be easier. With a lot of thought put into the design, the install plate goes on very simply, and when finished, you don't have a large or obvious bracket hanging off the bottom of the vehicle for summer use. The 2 pins that catch the push frame are small and hidden up high and out of harm's way. Now, like all click and go systems, you need to pick a blade for your system, and with Kimpex, you have some serious options, not just in width, but also in material used. In steel, there's 5 options, all made from 11 gauge tough and sturdy metal. You have 50, 54, 60, 66, and 72-inch options. If you choose to go plastic, you're limited to just a 60-inch version. But for my build on the 570 Touring Sportsman, I opted for the 60-inch steel. Not only do I appreciate the resilience of steel in the winter months, I like the longevity and durability. It's wider than the ATV, but not so wide that it pulls it around, and I know I can still get a great angled plowing with this width where I won't be contacting my angled drifts as I plow. Now with the plow onto the push frame, it's time to show you where all the magic is with the LT. Number 1 being the weight. You're going to notice right away that the simplified but still fully featured LT design is lighter than the ClickNGo 1.5 as well as the 2. This makes install and likewise removal at the end of the season, or even if you like to put away your plow between snowfalls so you can trail ride your ATV, much easier. But again, remember, the LT still has a simple foot-operated removal lever as well as a hand-actuated blade angle lever, so you're not sacrificing any of the hallmark click and go features. Kimpex calls it a better price-quality ratio, and you know what? I'd have to agree. Now, what about that no pivot thing? Well, because Kimpex chose to go with a mid-front mount design and they arched those main beams, it gives us what I'm going to refer to as a virtual pivot. Now, plow lift height is very important. If you've ever used a plow on an ATV or a side-by-side, you know that if your plow mounts mid-ATV, there's no way for your blade height to increase without a pivot. And if your blade is low, you're going to be frustrated trying to get over large obstacles or pushing over big snowbanks. With the arch design and mid-front mount, we can take the traditional 10 to 12-inch plow height up to 16 to 21 inches. And in fact, on our Sportsman 570 Touring, we're sitting pretty right at 20.25 inches. This means that we have the same capabilities as the ClickNGo 2 system in terms of blade height, as well as blade choice, but at a nearly 20 pounds reduction in push frame weight, making our 15-second install job that much easier. Not to mention storing the plow lighter on our backs. Now, while the LT is designed for lighter ATVs and side-by-sides under 1,250 pounds, I'm used to cost-effective systems offering you less in the features and benefits category. But with the LT, Kimpex decided to give you all of the options, all of the features, in a package that's not only easier on your back, but easier on your wallet as well.